Hey everyone, welcome back to another explainer. Look, today we're going to tackle something that can literally make or break your next vacation. Allegiant Airlines online check-in. We're going to break down exactly how you can guarantee a totally seamless, completely stress-free travel experience, literally from your couch straight to the aircraft. Let me ask you something right off the bat. Do you want to skip those famously long, super frustrating airport counter lines? Honestly, who doesn't, right? And how about securing your preferred seat without all that pre-flight travel anxiety? If you're looking to bypass the massive crowds and, keep a little more money in your wallet, you are absolutely in the right place. Because here's the big pain point we're going to solve for you today. Believe it or not, Allegiant charges a strict $5 fee per pass just to print your boarding pass at the airport ticket counter. Seriously. So imagine you've got a family of 4 and you forget to check in on your phones. Bam. That's an immediate $20 penalty before you even make it to the TSA line. But, as we'll cover in just a minute, you can completely avoid this just by going digital.
Okay, so here's our roadmap for this explainer. First, prep your travel info. Second, the step-by-step process. Third, upgrades, bags, and fees. Fourth, special needs and exceptions. And finally, beating the clock. Let's dive in.
Section 1. Prep your travel info. Right, so to successfully pull up your reservation without a hitch, you really only need 3 things on hand. First up, your 6-character confirmation code. Second, a valid government-issued photo ID, so, your driver's license for domestic flights or a passport if you're flying international. And finally, a rock-solid internet connection. Trust me on this one. Getting disconnected right in the middle of paying for a checked bag, it is a huge headache. So definitely double-check your Wi-Fi or cellular data before you even start the process. All right, let's move on to Section 2. The step-by-step process.
So, that all-important check-in window, it opens exactly 24 hours before your scheduled departure. Step 1, you're going to open the Allegiant app, which, by the way, is highly recommended, or you can just hit up their website homepage and spot the check-in button. Step 2, simply enter your last name along with that 6-character confirmation code we just talked about. Step 3, this is the fun part, where you review your auto-assigned seats, pick your passengers, and sort out your luggage. And Step 4, boom, you generate that digital boarding pass. Honestly, what's really fantastic about using the Allegiant app is that it actually gives you this super convenient card-by-card timeline of your whole journey. It keeps the whole shebang organized right there in the palm of your hand.
Now, what if you run into a hiccup? Here's a brilliant troubleshooting tip for you. Say you somehow lose that 6-character confirmation code. Absolutely do not panic. Allegiant has this really handy managed travel portal, and it actually lets you retrieve your entire booking using just the last 4 digits of the credit card you booked with. It is an absolute lifesaver if you're ever scrambling at the last minute. Moving right along to Section 3, upgrades, bags, and fees. Handling all of this stuff digitally brings some pretty immediate financial perks. For instance, letting their system just auto-assign your seat, totally free, complimentary. But if you want to select a preferred seat or, make absolutely sure your whole family sits together, that's going to cost anywhere from $0 to $80 a seat. But here's the real kicker. Generating the boarding pass itself on the app is 100% free, while going up to an agent and asking them to print it, yep, that hits you with that $5 fee per pass we mentioned earlier.
But here is a really crucial point you have to remember. Once you've finalized your choices and your boarding pass is officially downloaded or printed, your seat assignments absolutely cannot be digitally altered. No way around it. Why? Well, it's pretty interesting, actually. Locking in that boarding pass officially secures the cabin layout. This means the flight crew can start running their highly sensitive weight and balance calculations for the aircraft. So yeah, just make sure you double-check all your info and that you're totally happy with your seats before you hit download.
Okay, Section 4, Special Needs and Exceptions. Now, while most standard passengers and families with lap infants can just breeze right through the online check-in, there are a few important exceptions. If you happen to be traveling with an in-cabin pet, or maybe some specialized medical equipment like an oxygen concentrator, you actually have to check in at the physical counter. The agents literally have to visually verify the pet carriers and those FAA medical labels. But because this in-person visit is mandatory for safety reasons, Allegiant actually waives that $5 printing fee for you. Good to know, right? And that actually transitions us perfectly to the Allegiant Honors program. Allegiant offers some truly incredible perks for active duty military, veterans, and their dependents. I mean, we're talking up to 3 free checked bags weighing up to 100 pounds each, plus free carry-ons and priority boarding. It's a fantastic deal. But there is a catch.
To actually claim these massive benefits or to get refunds if you've already paid for bags online, you do have to present your valid military ID to an agent at the ticket counter for verification. You can't just do that part on the app.
All right, down to our final stretch. Section 5, beating the clock.
Okay, here is your crucial timeline. As we know, exactly 24 hours out, online check-in opens up. Now, if you're checking bags, your absolute deadline to drop them at the counter is 60 minutes before departure. Then comes the most important number of the entire trip, 45 minutes. You must be fully checked in with a boarding pass generated exactly 45 minutes before takeoff, cut and dry. And finally, 10 to 15 minutes prior to departure, those main cabin doors physically close. Let's actually explore why these cutoffs are so rigid, because it's pretty fascinating.
You know, it is so easy to get frustrated if the plane is literally just sitting right there, but the door is closed. But as one gate agent explained on an aviation forum, those last 10 to 15 minutes, they aren't just arbitrary waiting time. At that point, the computer system has completely finalized the manifest. Up in the cockpit, the pilots are deep into their checklists, they're getting final ATC clearance, and they're doing complex mathematical weight calculations based on exactly who is on board. So reopening a door at that stage, it completely resets that entire highly technical safety process. Because of all that, the 45-minute check-in rule is absolute. Miss that 45-minute cutoff, and the computer system automatically closes the manifest, literally locking you out. Gate agents just cannot check you in after this point, even if they wanted to, and you will unfortunately forfeit your ticket. So checking in on the app early, it really is the ultimate way to safeguard your whole trip against, unexpected traffic jams or crazy long security lines.
And that brings us to our conclusion and summary.
Let's quickly recap our core takeaways for this explainer. First off, keep your hard-earned money by going digital and completely bypassing that $5 airport printing fee. Second, take advantage of that 24-hour window. Use it to review and lock in your preferred seats and baggage weight before the airport gets crowded. Third, be super aware if you fall into an exception category, so flying with pets, medical devices, or claiming military benefits, just so you know to plan for a little extra time at the counter. And finally, beat that 45-minute check-in cutoff to absolutely guarantee your spot on the manifest.
Now, as we wrap things up today, it's absolutely vital to note this disclaimer. The airline industry moves incredibly fast, and things like policies, baggage weight limits, and fee structures, they're always subject to change. So while we've done a deep dive into their current operations, please always double-check the latest info directly on Allegiant's official website, or just contact their customer service before you head out to the airport. So are you feeling ready to bypass those lines and travel totally stress-free? If this explainer helped you out today, be sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more travel insights. But hey, before you log off, I want you to think about this. As airline apps become powerful enough to calculate aircraft weight distributions instantly from our phones, are we looking at a near future where the physical ticket counter completely disappears? Let us know what you think down in the comments. Have a great trip, safe travels, and we'll see you in the next explainer.